Hi guys, just want to talk to you tonight about the U.S. sanctions that they're imposing on Venezuelan state-owned oil companies. So what we've been seeing here in the past couple of weeks or months is kind of the usual playbook of the U.S. with any country that has oil interests. It's really to take down their current leader and replaced them with a U.S. puppet. So Nicolas Maduro's in there now. He's an anti-U.S., I guess you would call him almost dictator of Venezuela. And last week, a new guy stepped in, and his name was Guardado, and he said he was now the president of Venezuela. And what happened? The U.S. and Canada quickly recognized him as such. Maduro responded by telling our diplomats to leave the country. The U.S. didn't send their diplomats out. They said they don't recognize Maduro's authority. This new guy, Guardado, is now the president. And what we're seeing is internal factions trying to cause some chaos, rabble-rouse, start protests, really throw Maduro out. And on the other side of this, you have Russia, which is saying, whoa, guys, hold on a minute. This isn't going to happen, not on our watch. So Russia is kind of playing the same game. They understand that Venezuela has a lot of oil assets. In fact, they're the number one nation in terms of oil reserves in the world. And just last month, Russia had 2 blackjack bombers that flew into the country, were stationed there. So now you have the U.S. trying to overthrow the government. You know, kind of sounds similar to what happened in Iran in, I guess it was the 1950s with the Shah. So the U.S. wants to place their puppet, this new guy Guardado, in place of Maduro. And Guardado's obviously friendly to the U.S., and what the U.S. did was they placed sanctions on the state-owned, Venezuelan state-owned oil company. So they're blocking $7 billion in assets, and they're really costing the country $11 billion in oil revenues. Also, what happened last week is Venezuela went to get some of their gold reserves out of the UK, and the U.S. Worked with the UK to block them from accessing these reserves. So really, the U.S. is squeezing Venezuela, hoping to kick this Maduro out and replace him with Juan Guaidó, who's much more U.S. friendly. And on the other side, you have Russia, which so far is keeping a light hand, but they're taking notice. They already said for us to back off, but that was really all we've heard. So let's see what happens here. Now Maduro wants to talk with Trump and maybe work something out. So we got to see what's going to happen here. But, you know, unfortunately, it's the story that's old as time. Is any country that has oil reserves, the U.S. will follow. Stay tuned for further updates, guys. Thanks for listening.